Alright, welcome again in another tutorial in this topic of differentiation. In this tutorial we're going to study the concept of approximations. Hii concept tutajifunza nini? Kwenye hii concept, suppose una function y ambayo ni a function of x. Tunachotaka kuangalia hapa ni je, kukitokea a small increment in x, what is the change in y? Okay, au unaweza kusema kwamba kukitokea a small increment in x, how does this affect y? Hayo ndio mambo ambayo tunataka tuyaangalie kwenye hii video. Sasa remember kwamba tulisema ukiwa na change in y over change in x, tukasema the limit ya hii change in y over change in x as delta x approaches 0, hii ni sawasawa tu na d of y over d of x, ambayo hii d of y over d of x tulisema ni sawasawa na f dash x. Sasa manake nini? Manake ni hii. Manake ni kwamba delta y over delta x is just the same as d of y plus d of x plus sigma. What is sigma? Sigma is a small quantity, okay? Or it's just a quantity. Niseme is a quantity that tends to 0. It is small, yes, that tends to 0 as delta x approaches 0. Sasa utaniambia why. Okay, how? Let's just prove this, okay? As sigma tends to 0, sawa? Manake dy plus dx jumlisha sigma. Okay, jibu ni sawa na dy dx. Yani manake kwa nini? Kwa sababu ukichukua namba yoyote ukajumlisha na namba ndogo sana inayokaribiana na 0, bila shaka unapata namba hiyo. Sasa sigma imeapproach 0, nimechukua huyu jumlisha huyu, nimepata dy dx. Lakini nimeambia kwamba sigma ikiapproach 0 na delta x na approach 0. Manake upande wa huku sasa, kwa sababu delta x imeapproach 0, bila shaka hii ni limiting value ile ya delta x approach 0, you see? Now this one is just this one, okay? So this equation here I formulated, this one is true. Okay, and this is the equation that we are going to focus about to help us understand this. So this is the equation, this one is the equation we are going to focus about. So let us see this equation deeply. So what do we have? We have delta y over delta x is just equal to dy dx plus sigma. Dy dx nimesema inaweza pia ukaiandika as f dash x plus sigma. That's what I said. I said you can just write it in this form. Sasa I am here. Nizidishe by delta x pande zote. So multiply huku na huku. What do I get? Napata delta y is equal to f dash x plus sigma times delta x. Why am I doing this? I just want to know this change in x, how does it affect y? I just want to know if there is a change in x, what is a change in y? Kwa nimefika mpaka hapa. Sasa I'm going to multiply hii ndani. Okay, so delta y is just going to be equal to f dash x delta x plus sigma times delta x. Sasa sigma is a small quantity and delta x is a small quantity. They are both small quantity. Small times small, I mean 0.01 times 0.01, you just get even smaller. No, it's another 0. You see, so this will give a value that is negligible if you are going to sum up here. So our delta y now is just f dash x delta x. The value you obtain here will be very small compared to the value that will be obtained here. And so this is what I obtain at the end. Now this equation here, this final equation, delta y is just equal to f dash x, which is just dy dx, times delta x. This sasa is what will enable me to see what will a small change in y affect, how will a small change in y affect y. And this is a question that we'll use to solve different examples in this portion of approximations. So let's see the first example. So here we have example. I call this example 1 in this tutorial. So it says if y is equal to x cubed, so we have a function x cubed now. Find the approximate percentage increase. Oh, percentage. Be very careful. Approximate percentage increase in y due to an increase of 0.1% in x. So ushapewa delta x, umeambiwa kwamba x imebadilika 0.1%. Sasa what is the percentage increase in y? Sasa remember tulisema kwamba delta y ni sasa na f dash x delta x. Sasa tutafute f dash x kwanza. Y is equal to fx. It means fx yetu ni nani? Ni x cube. Kwa f dash x ni kudifferentiate to x cube. Kwa f dash x itakuwa sasa na differentiate this one now, okay? This is ukidifferentiate ni 3x squared. Okay, niisha sema kwamba hizi inabidi sasa uzizoee. So I get 3x squared. So what does this mean? This means that my delta y is just equal to 3x squared times delta x. Sasa huyu mtu ameongelea percentage increase. Manake nini? Manake delta x over x times 100% ndio hiyo 0.1%, okay? Hiyo ndo maana ya percentage increase in x. Okay? Sasa kwa hiyo what should I do now? Let me divide by y upande huu na by y upande huu. Okay, you'll see. So this will be delta y over y is just equal to 3x squared times delta x. But what is y? Y is x cube. So here I have x cube. So this will go, hapa nitabaki na x. So I will remain with delta y over y. Delta y over y. So delta y over y is equal to 3 times delta x over x. So I want a percentage increase in y. So what does this mean? This means that delta y over y times 100%. This is what I'm looking for. So this will just be, it means kama huku nime times 100% na huku pia times 100%. It's just be delta x over x times 100%. Naweza nikaitenga hii peke yake kwenye mabano. So this now is a percentage increase in x ambao we already have, which is 0.1. So what does this mean? This means that delta y over y times 100% is just going to be equal to 3 times 0.1. So this will just be equal to 0.3. So the percentage increase in y due to 0.1 percentage change in x is 0.3. So 0.3 is our answer. So in the concept here, approximation. Let's see another example. Let's have this example, example 2 I'll call it. So this example now it says find the approximate error. Sasa kwenye physics mnaanzaga na hii topic ya errors and dimensions. Concept yake ndo hii sasa. Tunatumia sana differentiation. It's very sad kwa sababu physics topic ya kwanza lazima utumie differentiation. Lakini differentiation sio topic ya kwanza kwenye math. Anyway, walimu wengine kama mimi I prefer mtu akiingia form 5 na mpiga kwanza differentiation na integration. Alafu mambo mengine ndio yaendelee. So find the approximate error made in calculating the area of a triangle in which two of the sides are accurately measured, are 100% ziko accurate, maana hakuna error. As 18, as I apologize, not 18, it's actually 0.18 meters and 0.25 meters. So it says while included angle is measured as 60 degrees. So the included angle, make angle formed between these two sides. While the included angle is measured as 60 degrees. So it says, but is 1/2 degrees wrong. Sasa hii angle tofauti na hizi is not accurate, kuna error hii ya 1/2. So tutafute error ya area. Tunao error ya angle. Error ya angle inasababishaje error ya area? Najua kwamba area of a triangle. Okay, tufanye hii ndo triangle yetu hii. Kwa hapa tuna side B, side C. Hii hapa ni included angle, waga ni angle A. So, yeah, kwa side ikiwa B, ikiwa A, angle hii ni A. Side ikiwa B, angle hii ni B. Side ikiwa C, angle hii ni C. So this area of a triangle is just half times hizo side mbili times the sine of the included angle. Sasa hapa area ni A na angle ni A. Nifanyaje? Nisiweke A, niweke hiki kialama hiki. It's not A kama kitriangle fulani. So this is just equal to 1/2 BC sine A. So hii sasa is my y, okay? And my A is my x. Sawa. Sasa remember, kwa hizi mambo za approximation tunacheza hapa. F dash x delta x, kwamba change in x, maana sasa ni change in A we are talking about. Change of the angle A is just equal to the differential coefficient of y with respect to x. Maana itakuwa differential coefficient of the area with respect to A. Ukizidisha na hiyo change in A, angle A, utapata change in the area. Okay, kwa hiyo change in angle A tunayo, tunataka change in area. Sasa to differentiate kwanza huyu with respect to A. So here is where we want to write it in this form. Okay, sasa my x now is just the A and my y now is just the triangle. So I know that my y is equal to fx, sasa ni hii hapa 1/2 BC sine A. Sasa nataka nitafute hii f dash x au d huyo over dA. Sasa hii itakuwa ni sasa tuna d over dA of 1/2 BC sine A. Sasa b and c are constant, okay? A ndo ina error. So is na half pia ni constant. Naweza tu nikatoa constant nje. So it's just this is equal to 1/2 BC. So I'll be left with d over dA sine A. Sasa nikidifferentiate sine A napata ngapi? Tulishasoma huko nyuma, is just equal to cos A. So now my d, this one over dA is equal to 1/2 BC cos A. Sasa nikitaka kuiandika kwa mfumo hii inakuwaje? Inakuwa manake ni delta ya huyu area is equal to f dash x ambaye ndo huyu sasa this time. 1/2 BC cos A times delta ya x ambayo x ni A sasa. Hivi. Alright? Yes. So I'm looking for the change in the area due to the change in the angle. So this formula is I'm going to use this one now. Okay? Which is just this one. Ndio maana nikwambia hii ndio formula inayotusaidia kujua the small increment in x ina athari gani kwenye y. Au ina athari gani, au small increment in the independent variable ina athari gani kwenye the value of the function. So this angle A now is an independent variable and this area of a triangle is our function. So here nacheza hapo sasa. So I have this delta area is just equal to 1/2 BC cos A times delta A. So kila kitu nacho, I can just get this one. So the error in the area is just going to be 1/2 times, this is just 0.18 meters times 0.25 meters times, Sasa hii ni angle. Okay, siwezi nikaandika kwenye angle. Ukitaka kusolve angle pamoja na hizi nyingine usiache hivyo in terms of degrees. You must convert it into radians. So I had 1/2 degrees. I must convert it into radians. I know that 180 degrees is equal to pi radians. So what about 1/2 degrees? What is in terms of radians itakuwa ni ngapi? I'll find that this one is just equal to pi over 360 degrees. Yes. And also angle A tulipewa ni 60 degrees. The included angle was 60 degrees because it was like this, 0.18 meters, 0.25 meters, and 60 degrees. If I convert 60 degrees now into radians, what do I get? I know that 180 degrees equals to pi radians. What about 60 degrees? Cross and multiply. 60 over 180 is just 1/3. So this one is just pi over 3 radian. Hii degree huko haipo tena, ishakufa na degree mwenzake huko. So hii ni just pi over 360 radians, na hii ni pi over 3 radians. So hapa sasa itakuwa ni cos ya A ambayo ndio hiyo hapo tumeita pi over 3 times delta A sasa ambayo ni hii 1/2 degrees ambayo sasa ni pi over 360 degrees. Cos ya pi over 3, cos ya 60 inajulikana. Cos ya pi over 3, cos ya 60 ni half. Yes. So the cos of 60 is just half. So this guy now, the change in area will just be half times 0.18 meters times 0.25 meters. So the cos of 60 is just half times now pi over 360. So this and this will just be 0.9, and then this and this will just be 0.125. This is what it will become. So if I multiply 0.9 times 0, actually, okay, let me just write it. Paka ngoja niweke vizuri tu. So change in area ni sasa na 1/2 times 0.18 times 0.25 times cos ya 60 ni 1/2 times pi ya 360. So gawanya mpaka tugeuze zote into fraction kwanza. Hii itakuwa ni 18/100. This is just 9/50 times, hii itakuwa ni 25/100. This is just 1/4 times 1/2 times pi over 360. I think even the right side. So what do we have here? We're going to have our this times this times this is just 16. It's just be 9/50 times 1/16 times pi over 360. So by 9 is 1, and by 9 is 40. So what do we have now? 50 times 40. 50 times 40 will just be 1/2000 times pi over 16. Something like that. So what is this now? 1/2000. This is just 2 times 1000. So it's just 1/2 times 10 power negative 3 times pi over 16. So what is this now? This is just 0.5 times 10 power negative 3 times pi over 16. So 0.5 times 10 power negative 3, what is that? That is 5 times 10 power negative 4. So my answer will just be equal to 5 times 10 power negative 4 times pi over 16. Kwa hiyo jibu langu change in area sasa my final change in area will just be a 5 pi over 16 times 10 power negative 4 sawa meter squared. Kwa hiyo sasa ile angle ilibadilika pi over 360 radians, au change in area hiyo ilikuwa hiyo, au 1/2 degrees. Hii change in the angle, kwa change in area imekuja kuwa hii. So you can see that this area iliyosababishwa na hii angle imesababisha area kwenye area nzima. So thank you guys, that's all for this tutorial. Hiyo ndo issue ya approximation. See you in the next tutorial.